When Trump announced his new tariffs, there was one word he used over and over again.
Reciprocal, 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 reciprocal. That means they do it to us and we do it to them. Can't get any simpler than that.
He made it sound like all these countries were charging us when we imported our goods, and so he was just doing the same. But my colleague Binya Applebaum sees right through this little performance.
The president is lying about what he's doing. These are not reciprocal tariffs. What his administration actually did was use a childish formula that looked not at tariff rates, but at trade imbalances between countries.
I know some of these words.
When someone brings goods into a country and pays an import tax, that's a tariff. Much of that cost is then passed on to you, the consumer. But a trade imbalance is totally different. It's the difference between the amount of goods that we sell to another country and the amount of goods that they sell to us.
Donald Trump says that the scale of trade imbalances between countries is proof of cheating by those countries. The larger the trade imbalance, the greater the cheating. And the country at the top of his cheating chart is the tiny landlocked nation of...
Guess. I dare you. This is their flag. You still don't know it.
Lesotho. Lesotho every year sells about $228 million of goods to the United States and buys about $7 million of goods from the United States. Donald Trump says Lesotho is cheating us worse than basically any other nation on earth. His solution is to impose a 50% tax on imports from Lesotho.
So why is it that Lesotho isn't buying U.S. products?
They don't have much money to spend on anything. Lesotho is one of the poorest countries on earth.
Now, Lesotho does have a diamond industry, but that doesn't really explain the tariffs.
The president says the point of this policy is to increase manufacturing in the United States, but our trade imbalance with Lesotho has nothing to do with manufacturing. It has to do with the fact that there are diamonds in Lesotho and there are not diamonds in the United States.
Global stock markets falling in response to President Trump announcing an across-the-board tariff.
An exceptionally brutal day on Wall Street.
I think this is an example of the president just behaving in a way that's reckless and careless and is going to cause a lot of unnecessary pain. This White House rolled out its policy carelessly, without thinking through the details, without trying to make sure that the things it was doing were actually aligned with its objective. Even if you believe in the goals, you ought to have some big questions about the execution.